Yo, what is up ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is Zero here, bringing you a review of Inti Creates Blaster Master Zero, a remake of Sunsoft's Blaster Master for the NES. So now, the story revolves around you, Jason Frutnik, on a quest to save your pet frog Fred, who's dived through a portal into a mysterious underground world. Upon arrival, you come across a tank named the Sophia, and a cute android chick named Eve. But as the story progresses, you come to realize that things are not as simple as they seem, as both Eve and Fred are aliens sent from another planet, on a mission to eradicate the mutants who have taken post on Earth, and plan to destroy the planet. Now as far as gameplay goes, Blaster Master Zero is sort of a hybrid between a 2D action platformer and a top-down dungeon crawler. For instance, you get to explore the overworld while driving the Sophia, which is decked out with lasers, missiles, and jetpacks. But every once in a while, you gotta exit and enter dungeons as Jason. At that point, the game switches to a top-down perspective, and it's at this point that you can go around shooting down enemies with your handy-dandy laser rifle, and most of the boss fights will take place in this perspective. As far as aesthetics go, the game sports a sort of 16-bit retro vibe, and it looks really nice. Likewise, the game makes use of Nintendo Switch's HD Rumble feature, at least I think it does, because a lot of times when there are explosions on the screen, you can feel the rumble on the Switch, and it's actually really well done. Moreover, Blaster Master Zero is a fairly easy game. Even on hard, it's rather forgiving, largely because there is no real penalty for death. For instance, if you die in a dungeon, you get to restart with full HP, so it never feels, too tough that you can't progress. And because of that, you can finish the game rather quickly, in a few hours tops actually. But don't let that short length turn you away, because Blaster Master Zero has two different endings. A good ending and a not so good ending. I won't spoil them for you, but do know, if you want to get the good ending, be sure to explore every inch of the map. And collect all of the many collectibles in the game. But let's say, you've already beaten the game, you've gotten everything there is to see, and you've gotten the good ending. What else is there for you? Well, Blaster Master Zero has a surprisingly good amount of replayability as well. For example, you could restart New Game Plus, which allows you to carry over most of the stuff from your previous game. And personally, I like doing stuff like that because it's so nice to feel overpowered. Likewise, it allows you to play things out of order, change up the experience of the game. Of course, if that's not for you, there's also the option of DLC characters that you can play as. For instance, you can play as Gunvolt from Azure Striker Gunvolt. Or maybe you want to play as Ekro from Galgun. Likewise, you can play as Shantae from Shantae. And Shovel Knight from, well, Shovel Knight. And what's nice is that each of these characters aren't simply skin changes, they actually add different gameplay mechanics as well. For instance, Gunvolt's signature ability to chain lightning is in the game. Ekro has her signature heart arrows. Shantae has the ability to transform into a monkey, and Shovel Knight, as would have been expected, has the ability to use his handy-dandy shovel as a weapon. Not to mention, playing as the different DLC characters changes the color of Sophia. But wait, what if you don't want to shell out money for DLC? That's okay, because Blaster Master Zero still has different options for you to play. For instance, if you have a friend, you can go through the entire game in multiplayer, where one person controls Jason and the Sophia, while another person plays as a sort of assist reticle that gets to shoot down stuff. But it should be noted that multiplayer is not available in the 3DS version of Blaster Master Zero. Nonetheless, the game still has quite a bit of content, and only $9.99. I think it's well worth it if you decide to purchase the game for yourself, especially if you're a fan of more classic gameplay, or you simply like the retro style. And that's my final verdict. Blaster Master Zero is a great remake of a game that I don't think very many people knew about when it first came out. And for what it is, it's a great game. If anything, I might try and go back and play the original NES version for myself, simply to see what the differences were. So, thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, it would be greatly appreciated if you liked, comment, subscribed if you haven't, and share the video while you're at it. If you decided to pick up the game yourself, or you already have it, let me know what you think of the game. And as always, have a stellar day.